I know, this must be the millionth tutorial on how to draw hands that you're watching at this point. Hey, my name is artist Muthuswamy, and today you're going to learn how to draw hands. This video was a week-long effort with all kinds of visual aids. I gave it my all, and I hope it helps you guys out. The only thing that I might need to mention is that drawing is a process. So after you've watched this video, you know the theory, but you still need to get down the muscle memory as well. Now, in today's video, I'll show you how to draw fingers, the thumb, and the back of the hand, as well as the palm. I split it into those 3 chapters because if you can draw those 3 things, you'll be able to draw a hand, at least in theory. Well, let's start with the fingers, because, well, we can start somewhere, right? That's precisely the reason why I draw hands like this, with 3 different strokes. I know how mundane this sounds, but believe me, this makes a huge difference. And I think this becomes a lot more apparent when drawing fingers sideways. Like I said, your finger consists of 3 equally long parts. Just keep in mind that the fingertip is round, since this part of our skeleton is shorter and round as well. Though the top part of the fingertip is not, because you still have your numbnail on that side. I don't know about you, but to me this looks a lot more organic than just drawing in some round shape and hoping that it kind of resembles a finger. But I have to admit, for quick sketches, I draw fingers just with a couple of simple strokes as well. And it's not wrong per se. But even then, I checked my drawings by measuring if the fingers are too long or too short. That way, even fingers that aren't very detailed would look acceptable. But make no mistake, if your finger has 3 equal parts, depends on how you look at it. Don't measure it from the knuckle, measure it the way I did before. For the sake of simplicity, we'll say that the knuckle still belongs to the back of the hand, not to the finger. That way, all 3 parts are still in equal size. Speaking of which, I think I might need a trip to the hospital right now. Now, that was the first level. I hope you guys all understand how to draw fingers now. 2. Palm and the back of the hand. When it comes to the back of the hand, there's not a lot that I could tell you. The most important part will be the palm. The only important parts at the back of the hand are the knuckles and the tendons. Your knuckles aren't placed in a straight line here, they're placed in a fan shape. If you pay attention, you can see how this fan shape consists even with your fingers. And where can you check that? Right, at the joints where we split the fingers apart earlier. Now, one last thing when it comes to the back of the hand. Your bones and tendons all originate from one point. In fact, your tendons lie on top of your bones, and that's precisely why you don't draw the knuckles round, but rather edgy. So you don't actually draw the knuckles here, but rather the tendons that lie on top. Yeah, and that's about it when it comes to the back of the hand. Let's flip right over to the palm. Now let's split the palm into its single components as well. We've got your thenar, that's the heel of the hand. Then there's your hypothenar, and then there's, well, this part has no medical term since there is no muscles or anything. So you can call it Steve for whatever I care, but for the sake of this video, just call it the base of the fingers. But to be honest, I think this still looks way too complicated. After all, I want to make this tutorial as beginner-friendly as possible. So let's make the palm even simpler. I know, I can hear you guys moan. Nobody cares about the palm of the hand. The fingers are the difficult part, not the palm. But once you're drawing hands sideways, or in another way, you'll find yourself struggling a lot if you don't know how the palm works. So yeah, I'm sorry. There's no way around it. But it's not that bad, since you only need to learn these 3 parts in order to draw a palm and visualize it. And we all know that an artist has to concentrate and visualize his concept. That's pretty much it for the palm as well. The most important part was the heel of the hand, since it's directly connected to the thumb. And that's why I wanted to show you the thumb at the end. 3. Draw the thumb. As an oval shape on top of the heel, but as you can guess, this isn't exactly anatomically correct. If you take a closer look, you can see that your thumb has a middle part to it as well, just like your regular finger. Maybe it's a bit understandable if I'll show it to you guys from another perspective as well. Just always check if it still consists of 3 parts, and you are good to go. And now that you know all the 3 parts in theory, you only need to practice with it. If you want to get started with drawing hands, just take it from me. Like you guys know, I started with a brick and some stick figure fingers, and then I add all the things we learned in the past 6 or 7 minutes. But please, don't expect to draw perfect hands after this video. Like I said, you now know the theory, but you might still lack the practice. For some people, it works out right away. Others still might need to practice, and that's okay. Everyone has their own learning speed. This isn't a race after all. The only thing you need to learn by heart is the way the hand is constructed. Here, I have a cheat sheet with all the relevant infos you need. And while we're at a deal, why don't we make a deal out of this? You can screenshot this sheet, and in exchange, you give this video 8 thumbs up. But despite everything, if you still have problems drawing hands, there are a couple of ways to help you out. Okay, maybe this looks dumb at first, but if you really struggle drawing hands, you can just mark your hands like I did on my cheat sheet earlier. In my personal opinion, this method is so underrated, and it could really help you out. Artists must learn anatomy drawing skill for every figurative drawings. For more information, click my next video, Best Tips for Anatomy Drawings for Artists. Thanks for watching.